What is up, guys? Welcome back to Wild Rift University. This is my first video that I am commentating on or doing in quite some time. For those of you who do not know, I actually quit for actually like a whole year, probably a year and a half ago now. But for the last half a year, I've been playing. Last season, I probably played half the season. This season, I've played basically the whole season, but I didn't play for like 3 seasons almost, or 4 or whatever. I think it was like 2 or 3 seasons. I can't remember exactly. But I have been playing over the last 2 seasons. Like I said, I played probably a little more than half the season last season, and I've played this entire season so far as well. So I wanted to make a video, and this video is a great video to make. For those of you wondering, this is Master, Grandmaster tier level right now. And this game kind of started off with some really big struggles. One, as you see, our Yi was AFK. And he's actually technically still AFK. He's a bot at the moment. And he was a bot until about 5 minutes into the game. For some reason, the game didn't give us a remake. I'm guessing he connected and disconnected right at the start of the game or something. But he was basically a bot until after the first dragon, which was pretty crazy. And so I kind of want to just go over this game and kind of break it down. So when I saw this, obviously everyone's frustrated right away because you have an AFK and it's 4v5 and you're like, okay, whatever, just remake. So, and then also I'm going against a Fiora, which a lot of you know, Fiora just got buffed. So super hard lane, and I'm playing Shen. For those of you who don't know, I'm top 10 Shen in North America, so I'm a pretty good Shen. I'm not currently ranked top 10, but that's mainly because after I hit top 10, I stopped playing him for a really long time. And I just wanted to play other champs because I got sick and tired of playing him. I was playing him so much. But I'm one of the best Shens in North America, and I've been the highest I've ever been ranked. I'll just kind of go over that with you guys as well, since I haven't played in so long, is 110. Top 110 is the highest I've ever been ranked in this game. Definitely not as good as I used to be when I used to make these videos, I would say, but I'm getting back there. I'd say I'm getting to be pretty stinking good at the game again, but not quite there yet. So going against a Fiora, obviously really frustrating because it's just a hard lane. So what my mindset and process was, in a lane that I knew I can't technically win, I immediately said, you know, I'm just going to make this lane unbelievably boring for her. Like, I'm going to refuse to trade. I'm going to refuse to do anything other than take minions. And unless there's a time I have to trade, then I'm going to trade. And this is something that a lot of players are just not willing to do. In their mind, they think they have to trade to win the lane, to win the game. Like, I have to get kills. The biggest mistake, the biggest misconception a player can make is thinking that kills mean you win the game. That's not what wins the game. Objectives win the game, map pressure wins the game, rotations win the game, okay? That's what wins the game, not kills. You can win a game with both teams getting 0 kills, okay? Do kills make it easier? Yes, obviously, but that's not what wins the game. And I'm going to kind of show you in this game how kills don't actually win the game. I outsmart my team. So my team, as you can see, starts feeding like right off the bat. We just gave a triple kill to a hyper carry, which is always super fun. Not the most fun thing. So what my strategy here is, okay, all my lanes are losing. I was like, I knew I had level 5. I could have ulted there, but I specifically chose not to ult. The reason being that I chose not to ult there, because I bet some people are like, well, you're Shen, why don't you just ult there and try and change the outcome? I could have ulted there to change the outcome, but what would have happened is Fiora would have been able to snowball then, because she would have immediately hard pushed, crashed the wave, and then she would have started taking my tower plates, and then taking me to a place where I could no longer control the lane. So here, she doesn't want to back because like I'm not backing. So we're both at a phase to where like I can immediately control the lane and the push. And the biggest mistake that she's making, like if you're playing against somebody who's playing like me, who's just playing super boring, you just need to constantly try and hard shove that wave so you can get backs in. Well, he can't get backs in. And then the other mistake that this player made is they were really bad at controlling the Scorpion. But as you'll see, I was really good at controlling the Scorpion. And so here, once again, like I could ult in. My mindset is I'm not ulting in. Like my mindset is I'm going to control my lane because like me ulting in, it doesn't change anything. Like they're so much stronger than me right now. There's nothing I can do to go in there to change the fight. I'm going to focus on my lane. Now, I'm not saying this is always the right decision. Okay? There's nothing more annoying, and everyone knows this, everyone's seen this, when you have a top laner who just refuses to leave his lane, and they're like, man, we need help. We need to, like, have all of us together so we can win. I realize that, okay? You have to understand the lane dynamic. And the lane dynamic here is, if I leave my lane and I let Fiora start snowballing, I can no longer stop her in her split push. And we don't have anyone on our team who can stop her in split push. Now, I would be able to stop her from split pushing come late game, because late game I do beat her. But early, if she gets ahead of me, then I'm screwed. Like, Shen can beat Fiora as long as he's like a little bit even or ahead of her. But if she gets ahead, like it's like you just get demolished. You get absolutely demolished. Like it's not even close. So I know I have to be there's no one on our team who can stop her. So it's like it has to be me. So I have to sit here, focus this lane, and focus on like, unfortunately I have to sacrifice my teams. I have to play really smart, and I have to try and get pressure as much as I can. And then when it's time to ult, then I'll start ulting. Like, you know, if I have good lane pressure, then I could ult to another lane. But until I have that, like, my whole focus is like, I'm going to continue to farm. I'm going to continue to push this lane and try and get towers. And you guys will see in this game how it really pays off. Now, the other thing, my team gets really negative and like they want to quit. I'll actually honestly tell you, and for those of you who've watched my channel in the past, back when I used to stream every single day and post a video every single day, I'm a tilter, and I won't even lie. I am straight up a tilter. This game, I was not tilted at all because I felt so in control and I felt so calm and collective. Like I knew what was happening. I knew what I was doing, and I knew exactly why I was doing it. And I knew it would work. I knew I just had to get to the point to where when I join team fights, I actually make an impact and everything. Because my team had basically been trying to FF since Dragon, like I said, because we didn't even have our jungler until after Dragon. And as you can see right now, they have, well, they're about to get another tower right up top. 3 towers to 0 towers. And so there's my first ult right there, which actually equaled a kill. And so part of the reason why I knew I could ult there is, one, Fiora wasn't bot lane, okay? So since Fiora wasn't bot lane, I knew I was safe because I didn't have to worry about her split pushing or anything like that, okay? So as you can see, 8 to 14, my mindset right now, I was thinking a little bit like, what do I want to do? My mindset basically just switched to, okay, I'm going to stay here. I'm going to push this wave. Everyone over there, they're trying to fight. When you're behind like this, the last thing you want to do is fight. So what am I doing? Okay, I am just pushing lanes. If they try and charge me, I back up. I let go. I only look to kill minions. I'm not looking to trade. I'm looking to make the game as boring as possible. If you're trying to figure out how to come back and win games that you're super far behind, look at this. I mean, we're almost 10K gold behind 9 minutes into the game. Okay, 9 minutes into the game, we're almost 10K gold behind. Okay, they have over double our kills. All right, how do you get back into games like this? You have to do what I'm doing. And because I do what I'm doing so well, you will see how it actually will translate to winning the whole game. Because I know when I'm late game, if I can make late game, I know I can beat anyone on their team. I know I'm strong enough to win team fights for our team. Because I know Aurelia won't be able to kill me. I know Fiora won't be able to kill me. I know Caitlyn won't be able to kill me. And as long as I'm frontlining, we have really good scaling with the Yi. We have really good scaling with the Echo. And Lux is just a broken, stupid, easy champion that should be deleted from the game. And then Jin's also, really strong as well. So I know we can win this late game if we get to the scaling and everything. So my team's all right there. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go and I'm going to shove the mid lane out. Try and just protect and slow the tempo of the game as much as possible. Think about it like that. How do I slow the tempo of the game? How do I trade objectives? Okay, a lot of people here's another thing. Okay, something I've started to realize since I've started playing this game again, how much people overemphasize the strength of dragons. Don't get me wrong, dragons are strong. Dragons do make the game so much easier for you, but people overemphasize the strength of dragon so much, it's ridiculous. Like, this season, I've done so much better at, like, not tilting. Trust me, I'm still tilted. Like, for example, there was one time I got tilted, and I purposely, like, lost 22 games in a row because I got so tilted. But in past seasons, I've done that several times in a season. But this season, I only did it one time. So I've gotten way better at not tilting and everything. And I feel like actually even more so over the last month or so, I've gotten even better at it because my mindset's just changed. So here's another example. I'm sure a lot of you know this, but like when playing Fiora, if she has a mark on you, try and put that mark on a wall so that way she can't pop that mark. And so if you're a Shen player, always try and taunt somebody while under the tower. Another thing that you can do is when they're kind of close to your tower but not close enough, try and walk past them and taunt back towards your tower, and it'll pull them into you as well. Now, okay, here, look at the gold. It's 36K to 49K as well. So this is kind of what's going through my mind. My mind right now is like, okay, we're in a lot of trouble. As long, though, as we don't lose all of our towers, I still feel like we have a chance to win because, like, I feel like I am getting in their heads with my rotations. Like, they have tried to kill me so many times. They've sent lots of stuff down there to kill me. They are starting to feel like I'm not killable. And they're also starting to feel like it's a waste of time trying to go at me because I'm playing so smart. Like, I'm pushing. I'm constantly farming. I'm not stopping the farming. And then if there's a good time for me to engage, I do engage with my ult. Otherwise, if I think it's a bad fight, I'm not going to join as well. So right here, I tanked a ton of the damage, got out, and everything. That was the fight that I felt like we had to get into. But unfortunately, we still lose the fight, which isn't really surprising when you look at the gold lead. 38K to 52K. I mean, it's pretty massive, per se. So it's not like a super fun game to watch. It's a very methodical game to watch. Like, our team actually starts to realize it in a little bit as well, because once I start to get online, then my team realizes, like, oh, okay, this is what we have to do in order to win the game and everything. But like up until then, like, my team wasn't actually sure how to actually win the game, but I just outplay and out-strategize the enemy team as well. So here's the other reason why I knew I wasn't panicking. I looked at their team comp, and their team's all AD. Now, a lot of you, I know there's always those kids who are like, Maokai's AP. What are you talking about? Maokai, not if he's building all tank. Oh, he still does AP damage. No. The little 200 AP damage he does not count as being AP. So the other thing is I knew is like, okay, all their damage is coming from AD people. So I can stack armor. Shen stacking armor is just, he's insanely strong. He's insanely strong. Okay. So once again, here, not super worried about soul. I'm looking at it. I'm considering it. It all depends. But my mindset is, look, we need to get these bounties on this tower to try and get some gold. We are now 13K gold behind. It's like, I'm just going to trust the luck steal, because the way I look at it is, if we go to that dragon, most likely we all die and we just throw the game anyways, even though we've already basically thrown the game. So right here, my team is fighting over a dragon that's not even there. It's totally pointless. It would have been better for them to actually just like poke and then leave as well. Another thing that I was kind of doing, just to kind of like point things out to you, is I realized the Fiora wasn't in the fight. So I was also starting to back up because the Fiora wasn't in the fight. So I assumed that she was trying to like flank me, which I ended up being right. I tried to ult in. Part of the other reason why I tried to ult in, not because I felt like it was a good fight, because I felt like the Fiora was flanking me. I was worried about her killing me. I was like, oh, if I could get there, I waste her entire time rotating because I didn't see her in the fight. So she had to be rotating towards me because I know like player psychology. Player psychology is, oh, we haven't lost any towers. We're about to win this game. Can we play the perfect game and not lose any towers? That's what all players do. So I'm baiting her to come down. I start to back up. I try to ult in. The player dies before I do. And then I outplay her and she gets too greedy and chases me down. Now after that play, I know I'm really in her head and she's super tilted at me. And the team really feels like it's pointless to even chase me down. Because, like, one, if Fiora would have just stayed there, they probably could have aced them and they could have pushed down a tower. But because she, like, came down to me, yeah, she stopped the tower from getting taken. But she also died and just now I'm 3-0 as well. So it looks pointless as well. Here, I'm debating whether or not I want to go in. I decide, nope, I'm not going in. It's wasting an ult. Like, I would rather save my ult for a more serious situation. Get back and defend the base is more so, like, what my mindset is. And then I'm trying to decide what to build. Like, so my mindset is, like, I'm going to be tanky as possible. And, like, look at this, guys. We got one tower, finally. We just got a tower, basically. It's 7 towers to 1. We're down 11k gold. The game looks hopeless. But now I look at my build. I know I'm strong now. And look, I'm 2 levels ahead of her. Look at this. Look how far behind, but I'm 2 levels ahead. Why? Because I've constantly been farming. I've constantly been putting pressure. I'm only joining the fights that I know that are actually going to be beneficial to my team. And that's basically all I'm focusing on doing as well. Now, let me talk a little bit about my build as well. So, obviously, I'm going Heartsteel because Heartsteel stacks basically incredibly and makes me super powerful and broken and ridiculous. Then I'm going Thornmail for the anti-heal. And then I'm going Randuin's Omen for 2 things. Anti-crit and anti-attack speed. Okay? It helps against all 3 of their 80 champions as well. And then last item that I'm going is Crown. And the reason I'm going Crown is because I know they have the Maokai, and it gives the % health damage. Okay, and now some people would probably say, oh, well, why don't you just go Divine Sunderer? Because Divine Sunderer will give you more damage. I don't care about the damage. I care about being unkillable. Okay, I want to be unkillable. So I know Divine Sunderer will give me additional damage towards Maokai, but also still make me unkillable to do it. Because I don't care about killing Maokai. I care about the 3 carries not being able to kill me no matter what. There I kind of whiff my thing. But, like, look at this. I'm level 15. She's level 12. Look at they had at one point a 15k gold lead. But I'm level 15 and she's level 12. That's because I'm doing exactly what I need to be doing. I'm constantly focusing on map pressure at all times, saving my ults, just use a good ult right there, and we aced them as well. So, literally, just doing the right thing. Now the team's starting to believe. I'm starting to engage more, like, in team fights and everything, because now I realize, like, okay, this is it. Now, the last item I'm going to build is that, gosh, I'm brain farting on the name of the item. The one that gives you magic and armor resist and a huge shield when you get low health. I don't know why I'm brain farting on it. But you guys probably know what I'm talking about. You'll know what it is too when you see it. So here, also, once again, they have Fire Soul, but look how the gold is shifting, okay? Now that I'm starting to, like, join fights, be a part of it, because I know I'm strong enough to help us win the fights and everything, it, just a second. It changes everything. But, like, if I would have just joined fights while we were super far behind, all that would have happened is I would have just died with everybody. I would have helped the team fall further behind. Maybe, like, we would have had a couple fights that were closer, but we were so far behind, it just would have been, like, nearly pointless. and everything. So I waited for like the opportune moment to actually get in there and like be with the team when it actually makes a difference and it actually helps as well. Now, like I said, I join fights, and when I join a fight, the whole toll changes. Like everything changes when I join a fight. And like I said, here, this is an example of why like I'm not worried about being able to kill Maokai, because we just sit here and we just slap each other for hours and it doesn't do anything. Like I said, and he has soul. You know, he has soul and he can't kill me. Now, I do have Elder, so like I do win the fight. But like here, that's the example. Like he has soul and he still can't kill me. Okay. So right now, like my team's all like Baron, 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 Baron. Nope, nope. My mind's. I'm looking at Baron right now as like, hey, that's a throw at the moment. I don't need that. I need to like. I do want to do Baron, but like I need a back first, because I realize like if I die, the team's kind of screwed. The reason I'm not going to Baron right away here is because like I know this lane has to be pushed. They can focus in. I know my ult will be up too, so if need be, I can always just ult in. So I'm strategically utilizing my ult to be anywhere I want to be at any time. And I'm saving it for the most important times to be places. Okay? So now that Echo's there, now I know I can actually come and join. Now I'm going to ult in because they're all conversing on the Yi. We get the steal. Well, not the steal, but you get what I'm saying. We get the kill. And now like we're just starting to slowly take over the game. And as you can also see, this is the thing that's most annoying about tanks. I see so many tanks, like they just don't target the right people, and they're not protecting the right people. Like as you can see in this game, like as soon as we get in big fights, I immediately always try and target the correct person, like at all times. So Maokai's so strong, man. It's such a strong champ. He needs another nerf still, honestly. He's still a little too broken. So this is the build I decided to go for. And the reason why I did go with this as the last item, I debated on building another AD item, but I wanted some magic resist against the Maokai because he does do magic damage. You know, even though it's not like crazy amounts of magic damage, he does still do it. And I wanted to have some resistances to that as well. And then the Aurelia has some magic damage that she does also, even though, you know, their damage is primarily coming through AD. And here's the other thing that, like, what I'm being for my team is I'm being what my team needs, okay? And this is something that so many players, like, refuse to do. Like, they just want to be the carry. They just want to, like, I'm 8-0-8. I'm getting kills, but I'm doing the dirty work. Like, I'm pushing lanes. I'm distracting the enemy team. I'm coming in when necessary. I'm looking for trade potential. What's a good trade, you know? Now trades are easier to do because my team's strong and I can just jump in and, like, I know my team can win fights. Here, what am I doing? I'm peeling off the carries. I see the carries. Who's up? There's the AD. Boom. Got the AD. Number one threat. ADC is now dead. And now I move in. Focus Aurelia. Tank's the only person left. And we're taking this game. Just like that. But, I mean, look at this. At one point, I don't know if you guys remember, we had one tower, and they had all of our towers but one. At one point in this game, they had all of our towers but one. And we only had one of their towers. I mean, that's kind of crazy to think. And this is all through slow, methodical plays. They have soul. Not just any soul. They have fire soul. So they have a 12% damage increase. But it's not mattering because I itemize correctly. I join fights correctly. And I'm literally carrying this game. 9-0 and 10 as well. We just got an elder. Was this our second elder, I think? As well, I can't remember. It's our second elder. We've had one baron or whatever. Can't remember. But now what am I doing? I'm going right back to what I was doing. I'm going to push lanes. But we're still like in a lot of danger here because, like, they still have we have one tower left. It's burning, you know. They can easily try and backdoor that inhib. Now, the reason why I'm pushing this side versus the inhib side is because we obviously have super minions there. They don't have a tower there. So it's safer for me to push this way. And also, the other thing is, because I've played the way that I've played, one, they don't think they can really kill me. They feel like I'm pretty unkillable unless they send probably 3 people. But now at the point of the game, because they've waited so long and our team scales so well, they can't afford to send 3 people to kill me, because if they do, then my team can go out and do whatever they want as well. And I'm so tanky that, like, it literally takes, look at this, it literally takes 3 people to kill me. But then they realize the enemy team's doing Baron. They're like, oh, crap, they have to let me go. So even though they could have killed me, they had to let it go because they're worried about giving up Baron. So it just, it all works out pretty well for us in general. Now, we still have to be super careful here because we can still very easily lose. Because once again, we are very close to losing our last tower. If that last tower goes, the difficulty of the game, it just gets immense, because then you get the double super minions mid as well. So I go back right to what I was doing. And here I was pretty worried about the game ending. I was really scared that the Fiora was going to come in and try and end the game. So here she messed up. She should have just tried to end the game. Honestly, if she would have tried to end the game, they may have won. Maybe. I think I could have held her off in time. But what would have probably happened is I would have died, like, trying to stop her, potentially, which could have lost us Baron, because then I don't know if my team could win without me being there. So it'd be pretty close, because I'm a pretty pivotal part of our team's strength. The other thing I am actually doing in this game, you don't actually see it happen, but I am actually doing this. I'm constantly looking at the enemy team's items and my items, being curious of, like, okay, can I improve my build? So when you get in long games like this, things that you need to start doing is wondering, can I actually improve my build? Are there things I can do to, like, make my build better? And that's a huge mistake that a lot of players don't make. They don't focus on, like, how to improve their build. Now, I don't actually sell or trade anything, because I do feel like I have the correct and best build for this game. But that's one thing that you want to be very, like, cautious of, and I'd say very aware of. Making sure that you're paying attention to whether or not you actually do have the best build for the game. Here, the reason I'm not a Baron is, like, okay, I'm just going to stop the waves from pushing and let my team, so they don't need me. And if somebody shows up, then I'm just going to ult in, because I felt like we had good enough vision over there. And now we've taken all their towers. Once again, guys, remember, at one point in time, we had 1 tower and they had 9 towers. It was 9 towers to 1 at one point in this game. And I think the highest gold deficit we had was almost like 15K. And so now the other thing I'm doing, like, if you're playing a split push champion, unless you're Shen, you should always have teleport. That's what a smart split push champion would do. I'm going to the farthest opposite side of the map, opposite of where the objective is about to spawn, because I know my team wants to be on the side of the objective, and I'm going to force their player to then be on the furthest away. I know I can get there faster than they can. They have to send Fiora. Fiora can't really, like, stop my teleport when I go in. Plus, Fiora just can't kill me. Like, I can 1v1 Fiora pretty easily, as you can kind of see right here. Like, she just can't kill me. I'm just too strong as well. So here, like, they're sending 4 people to try and kill me, and they still can't kill me. Like, that's just how tanky I am. Like, that's how far ahead I put myself in, like, in this game. And now they send all that there, and I can just ult over to the dragon. Here I actually made a mistake. I don't know why I backed. I literally have no idea why I backed, but for some reason I did. I should have just pushed with the team. But All that set aside, you know, we have the Baron. We still have we have the Elder. They have no towers. We have double super minions pushing down the middle. And because of that, because of patience, because of not trying to overextend, we win the game. And we actually have the gold lead. Pretty crazy. But I wanted to show you guys an example of like how to actually come back from a game that you're just absurdly, ridiculously behind. How to play to win, not play to have fun. This was not a fun game the way that I played. It was really boring, but I played to win. Appreciate you guys watching the video. I know it's been a really long time. Yeah. I will try and put out some videos here from time to time, but I don't know how often I will be. I've kind of realized I enjoy playing this game more for fun than anything, but I think I'll still do it from time to time. I just don't know exactly how much I'm going to do it. My life's just kind of super busy. You know, like I said, part of the reason why I quit, I was kind of just going through some depression and things of that nature for a while, and I had to mentally heal myself. And I do feel like mentally I'm in a good place now and everything. And I feel like another reason why I didn't start making videos again when I first came back, I was just so bad. I was so bad after like not playing for a year. I didn't feel like it was fair to you guys to make videos when I sucked. Like I still had the knowledge to like tell you guys what to do, but like if I don't have the skill or the rank to show it, then it doesn't really mean anything. My current rank right now, I'll probably be GM tonight, actually. I'll probably be GM tonight. I'm just like a couple games away from GM. I honestly probably would have been GM already, but like I said, I had a spiff probably about almost 2 month and a half ago now where I got pissed and purposely lost 22 games in a row. So that kind of delayed things for me quite a bit as well. But I'm kind of feeling like those kind of days of tilting are over. I'll definitely make videos for you guys as well. I would recommend for you guys tanks. Tanks right now are just so strong. Tanks and bruisers. I feel like just some of the best champions in the meta. There's a lot more. I need to probably make another item video. I don't know. I'm interested to see what you guys think about videos, so what I should make. Anyways, thanks for watching the video, guys. Take it easy, and I'll see you in the next one.